Good morning everyone, my name is Catherine and this is my YouTube channel Cat v Stitches, and this is the first of my weekly Vlogmas, Flossmas Vlogmas. Yeah, still not fully decided and I doubt I probably will, but this is the first of my clips for this week. Now it's not actually Monday, it is Tuesday the 14th of December, because yesterday I was running late and I did not have time to film this before I left. However, as it turns out, I probably would have because there was barely any traffic. But here we are. So it is Tuesday the 14th and I was very good and didn't open my tiny present for yesterday so I could do it with you. But what that means is there is now the Sunday evening, Monday evening's worth of stitching to show you. So let's get going. Right, what first? Right, so where we left off, Sunday, I went to my brother's in Wales, gave them the flat fold, and both my niece and my sister-in-law seemed to really like it. It was put up on a shelf, so whether or not as soon as I left it was taken down, I don't know, but they seemed to like it, so I was pleased with that. I ended up staying there a lot longer than expected because I thought, you know, I'd kind of jump this on them at the last minute. They'd probably have plans because she has a lot of family that are down there and they're, you know, to visit, but they were like, no, we're going to stay, we're going to go out for coffee, then we're going to have a meal, we're going to blah blah blah, and it was just really nice. And what that meant was I didn't get back until much later, but I needed to chill when I did get back, so I did do some stitching, and what I stitched on was All Souls Vierlanden by Quiltify Designs, because it's easy, it's one colour, and it's, you know, it is just, it's not quite Carolyn Manning easy stitching, but it is still nice stitching. So here we go. All Souls, you see, yeah, Quiltify Designs, All Souls Vierlanden, and I'm currently working on the bottom here. I'm going to work bottom up to finish all the little in-betweeny bits, and then the final thing I'll do is the calendar, the alphabets at the top. Okay, so what have I done? I have finished the larger, it's this way. I finished the larger things across the bottom now. There we go. Now there are still some small fiddly bits that need fitting in, but the larger ones are done. So I also worked on this for a tiny little bit last night because I just wanted to finish off this one in the corner here, this one here. So, and then once that one is done, once that one was done, that's basically all the larger ones done. So there you go. So it was taking out the Q-snap, but it's going to be put in because, as per, I have been reformulating plans and whatnot. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go back to the 30-minute, you know, was it 25/7? I think it was 25/7 thing where you have a piece that you stitch on for a certain amount of time every day. And I'm going to go back to having this be that, because it's all the smaller motifs now, so I reckon that in a small space of time I can at least get one of them done per session, and then maybe every now and then I'll have this as a focus, do it for a full evening or for, you know, during the weekend for a good session during the weekend, but I still want this to be my next significant finish. So yeah, so that's what I worked on Sunday evening and for a little bit last night. And then for the rest of the stitchy time I had last night, I did a new start, or I started a new start. Yeah, it's early in the morning. I started something, let's just put it that way. Well, that's my stuff for the cryptid. I'm still devastated about the cryptid and the fact that they're delaying. Well, I'm not, and I understand why, but I really would have liked to have the releases continue through December, but obviously majority ruled and the next drops are going to be in January, so that's been put away. But my new start last night was Frost by the Cricket Collection. I thought I'd start one of a wintry thing for this season. I do have a couple new things on the way that I can, you know, work on for next season. But there we go, so that's Cricket Collection, Frost, and eventually I'm going to work on this one as well because I think that's lovely. And I have actually dyed some fabric for that, but that's a different story. Just in case you haven't already guessed, because I think I've rushed through the intro on this, this is a channel about cross stitch. And if by some reason you do end up liking anything you saw here, please do like and subscribe if you are not already. And welcome back to my regular viewers, and for anyone new, hello. This really is this much of a chaotic mess. But anyway, this is the start. Is that the right way around? Yeah. This is the start I got on this last night. So I'm obviously working on the pumpkin, and I'm doing this on 28 count Zweigart. I've got it written down. It's called green grey basically. So yeah, I possibly may do this work on this again tonight, but then at some point, either tonight or tomorrow, if I'm stitching, I want to switch to my Winter by Cricket Collection, because this is the other one that I want to get finished this month. Now I do break up from school the end of the week, so and I'm not actually going to my parents until basically Christmas Eve, so I've got a couple of days in which, to be honest, I've not got anything planned. I'm just planning to use them to decompress and do bits of tidying in the house and all of that stuff. Plan some stuff for next year work-wise. But other than that, I'm going to stitch. So I reckon, since I've got about 2.5 letters left to do on that, this is one that I could get done in December. And maybe another one, but other than the All Souls one, but I'll discuss that later. Later on in the week, or possibly next week. Well, yes, that's my stitching for last night. Frost by Cricket Collection. So let us move on to the tiny little presents. Or let me put all of this away first of all so I don't lose it, and then have to, you know, try and figure out where the cats have moved it to. I have toothpaste on my top. I've just noticed. You can't quite see because it is just out of frame, but I've just noticed. Bugger. This is what happens when you're rushing a little bit in the morning, and I decided to clean my teeth after I'd gotten dressed. I'm a child. I'm truly a child. Okay, so 13. So this is Patchwork Rabbit, their Advent, or Tiny Little Presents as I'm calling it, because that's what Michelle called them, so I am calling them the same. Right, this is a Gentle Arts Raven. There we go. It's always good to have a good black. There we are. So that's kind of like blacky grey, and it's really bad. I do apologise for this light, but it's just dusky outside at the moment. It's just, you know, it's that cusp. It's not quite night, but it's not full day yet, so it's ugh. And then we have the 14th, and oh, that's a nice one. This is Weeks Dye Works, and that's Merlot. That's a nice colour, that. It's darker than it's showing up on this camera. There we go. So add these to my spreadsheet. So I think I might have said this, or did I? I can't remember. I might have said it on Sunday when I did my clip then. I logged all my threads and threads that I needed to put back. And yeah, I just need to actually put them back in with all my stock, so to speak. But I'm thinking of adopting let me start this again. At the moment, what I do when I'm starting a new project, I will pull all the threads for that project from my stash. So I'll have my main stash, and then I'll have the full skein in my new project. So for example, if we look at some of my Cricut collection ones, there's all the threads for that particular project. But what I know a lot of people do is that they just take from the stash. So if the pattern calls for 666, they'll just go in the stash and get a couple of strands of 666 and then put it back when they're finished stitching for the day. And then if the next day they need it again, they'll just keep taking from the stash, as opposed to taking the full skein out of the stash, so then it's no longer available for anything else. So I was thinking that other than for my full coverage ones and for my Carolyn Manning, which are basically full coverage, and for those ones I'm pretty much going to need more than one skein for the patterns. I've decided that I may adopt that as I'm starting new projects. So for example, on Frost, I haven't pulled all of the threads out. I know where they all are because my stash is all organised, so I can go straight to them, but I've not pulled them. So I'm going to see if it works. I mean, I've not committed to it because, you know, I've got all the other whips where all the threads have been properly pulled for them. But I thought I'd give it a go and see if I find it annoying after a couple of days, or if I'm like, this works fine, I'm happy. But anyway, I just thought I'd share that. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to sign off from this little clip. I should be back tomorrow. Like I said, it's taking a little less time to get into work, so although I am actually later than I would normally be leaving the house now, I don't think it can be a problem. And I will see you tomorrow. Bye. Hi everyone. So today is not Wednesday the 15th of December. Oh, hang on a minute. Yep, it is Thursday the 16th of December. Yeah, so I had to miss yesterday morning, because I hadn't actually done any stitching the evening before, and B, I had to be out the house really early, because if I'm going to describe it, it's basically to say that on Tuesday evening, work exploded. Yeah, so it started about 10 p.m. when I got forwarded some emails that had come in, and then I had to get in work really early on the Wednesday, and yeah, so no, hang on a minute, I got all my days wrong. See, this is how bad I am at the moment. Started Monday evening, got some emails, went in work on Tuesday thinking, oh, it's not that bad. It was that bad. So all of Tuesday I was literally stuck in front of my computer looking at spreadsheets, doing magic with Excel and formulas and VLOOKUPs and pivots and all of that stuff. Worked on that till about 10:30 p.m. on Tuesday. Then went in work early yesterday, spent all day yesterday, but then finished work at 5, having gathered everything we needed to, blah, 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 blah. So I got to do some stitching last night. But I basically haven't slept much for 3 nights. Feel like a zombie. I'm all bunged up. But in other news, I've got new slippers. I'm wearing new slippers, so I've got that new slipper feeling where your feet feel like they're being hugged by sheep. Yeah, so it's an annual tradition between me and my mum that each year she buys me a new pair of Marks and Spencer's lovely slippers. Every year on Christmas Day she will hand me said slippers, and there's like a little ceremony of the discarding of the old, wearing of the new. But this year I have bought them, and you know what, I felt so rotten. I thought, sod it, I'm getting out the slippers, I'm getting these bad boys out, and yeah, well worth it. But anyway, I know, sadness, but I don't care. Every now and then you've just got to take what you can get. So I took new slippers. But like I said, I managed to get some stitching done last night because I needed something to calm me down, because I was about ready to kill numerous people. So I thought, for the safety of everybody involved, I better do some stitching just to... I even managed to get a bit of knitting done. So, yeah. So let's go into what I did stitch. So really I'm still concentrating on the same 2 things, that's All Souls and Frost. So All Souls by Quiltify Design and Frost by Cricket Collection. So we're doing All Souls first of all, apparently. So that again is the picture, which you should all now know off by heart. What I have been doing is filling in the remainder. So I did all, the last time I showed you, I'd pretty much done all the medium size motifs, and I was just filling in these little, and now I'm just going through filling in these little bits here. So I'm going to work my way up and then do the alphabet last, and I'm going to be doing the border as I'm working my way up, and move the Q-snap. So I've taken it off the Q-snap because I do actually need to change position, because I have now finished the very bottom, filling in all of the motifs and the border. So I'd say up to about where this border on this side ends is where I've done. So let's show you. So across. So there we go. So that's what it's looking like so far. I'm really happy with that. And I'm wondering whether or not you've actually heard anything of what I've just said, because the mic I use is all the way over there. So if the volume was crappy there, I do apologise. Should hopefully be a bit better now, but you didn't miss much, it was just me moaning about work. But anyway, as I was saying, I've now finished all the stuff across the bottom now, up to about where that border is there. So now I'm going to move my Q-snap and start working on the middle section. So again, I'm just doing a little bit each day on this, because those smaller motifs take barely any time whatsoever, so I can normally knock out 2 or 3 of them in about half an hour, 40 minutes. So that was All Souls. And then, as I said, the next one I worked on was Frost by Cricket Collection. And this is actually a really good one to do because it's a really easy stitch, because I'm working on the big pumpkin at the moment. Let me just find it. So there we go. So that nice big pumpkin, which is basically block stitching. So, nope, that's the wrong one. I've got all my live Cricket Collection ones in here at the moment. I need to make another bag so I can spread them out over 2. Because it's getting a bit crowded in here to the point now where I can't actually find my picture. Are you in here? You know what? It's not even in here. Okay, you'll have seen it in the previous thing. And that's what... This is how bad I am. I have literally just shown you the damn thing. Excuse me. Holy crap. So anyway, that's what I've done so far. So that's filling in that pumpkin, and obviously this is the start of the smile. I may end up doing that in black etoile. I've not decided yet, but because I think I'm like think I want that to stand out a bit, so I may do all that smile and the eyes and that in black étoile. But I'm really liking that, and I think it looks so good. Stitches don't look too bad either, actually. But anywho, so that is what I have stitched. Let me quickly show you what I've knitted. Not much, but I think this is basically going to be the project that never ends. Because it's so big. Although I am now in the last colour, sorry, the second to last colour that needs to go on here. So this is it in its entirety so far. No, it's not going to be a blanket. I did basically from about here upwards. So not a ton, but I haven't had a ton of time to do it. So I've got to finish the cut. So I'm now fully onto this colour. So each colour section, well, you can see how long it lasts there. And then the next colour is my Peacock blue. And then I have to do another one of these. And then I knit the two of them together and do another section with the two of them. So it's gonna take a while, but I don't mind. And I'm not gonna start another one while I'm doing it, because I'll never do this. And for the amount of wool that's gone into this, I'm not wasting it. It's gonna basically be a shawl. One of those where you have two panels down the front and one big panel at the back. And I'm loving the colours. So I'm just, you know, plodding along, and I'm going to take it to my parents when I go up there at Christmas. So I've yet to decide. I may actually, instead of taking stitching to my parents, I may take this, or I may take both, and then whichever's easier to do I'll do, because this is just knits and pearls. So it's very easy, but it's very relaxing. It's very mindless, and the counting's easy on it. And don't get me wrong, I enjoy doing that stuff as well, but sometimes if I'm reaching for my knitting, it means that I just want calmness and not have to fight and then realise I've done 4 rows wrong and have to tink it all back and everything. But anyway, yeah, so that was the knitting I did. Okay, so plans. I had only planned on doing this for a couple of days, but I'm really enjoying it, so I might... Now, depending on what happens in work today, I may be working from home tomorrow, in which case tomorrow I'll have a little bit more stitchy time as well. So at the moment I've kind of got 2 patterns in the rotation, which is this Frost and All Souls. But what I may do is add winter into that rotation, because I think these 3 plus Stitch Nights, which I've not got here but I can show you soon, are my projects that are next close to finishing. This one especially I would like to finish. I've got 2.5 letters left to do on this, and then I'll do a finish like these and hopefully have it up on the wall. I'm not going to say before Christmas, but hopefully have it up there within the next month. And this one though, this one is stitching up quite fast as well, so I think if I had a good session on that, which I've not had yet, I could get a significant amount of this done, because once the pumpkin face is done, I reckon the rest of it, once the pumpkin and the hat is done, I'll get that done, and then it's just this on the top. So I think this is a winner for a finish as well, and I do actually really like this, so I might frame this. Okay, so those are my plans to work on these 3 things, and then maybe next week when I'm off from work I'm going to introduce another new start, and I've not quite decided which one that is going to be. I may end up doing a tiny wheel thing, putting all the potential new starts on there and letting that decide, but I've got to think of that yet. At the moment my brain literally, it's pouring out my ears. I'm that like but anywho, at least I've got my new slippers on. So I need to open these presents. I'm going to remember to do it this time, and then I'm heading back off to the office to what I'm sure is going to be a glorious day of meetings and crisis talks. But yeah, I mean, it's not, when I say crisis talk, I'm over it. It's just something that has gone wrong and one little thing that needs to be sorted, and it needs a little bit of manpower to do it. So crisis talks, as in the manager's coming in and we put in a plan in place to sort it. So it's just that kind of thing, but it's still a massive, and it's not what you need just on the run up to Christmas when you've got a lot of people starting to take their Christmas holidays and whatnot. New slippers, Catherine, new slippers. So 15th, my tiny presents, or my advent thing from Patchwork Rabbit. So I've been very good and I've not opened the 15th. Oh, now they're cute. Pins from Puntini. Oh, they are well nice. Ah, I like them. They are cute. Maybe when I've got my winter one done, I can stick them up at the top. Oh God, my arm's been killing me. So that's been waking me up at night. Sorry, I'm just falling to pieces. Don't worry. I can stick these at the top of my winter one. There you go. So now the 16th. Oh, I like this having to open two. Aha, it's a classic colour work. Oh, now that's a nice colour. This is Barrel Cactus. It's very nice. I am sorry about the lighting, but again, it's like literally just gone 8 AM and it's only just starting to brighten up. And actually we're really lucky because about 5 minutes ago, just out the back of my house is a property that, well, it's been built now, but they're doing all the finishing, all the inside work, and they've been making a lot of noise. So at about 7:30 they started with some kind of drill, and I think somebody went out and told them to shut the F up. So they've stopped that. So I thought I'd get in and do this now before I leave to work while it's a little bit quiet out there. But anyway, yes, that is it for today. Hopefully I should be able to film another one. Oh, what's that? Sorry, I thought it was one of the cats that got up on the counter. Hopefully I should be able to film another one tomorrow, or this week might be a bit patchy. But I desperately do want to stitch, because stitch is my happy place. Stitching is my calm place. Stitching is what protects the rest of the world from me. So really it's in everybody's best interest that I stitch. That's how I look at it. So yeah, before I did cross stitching I just went out and killed people, so you know. Let's leave it there. It's starting to get down. I'm starting to just tell too many truths, get myself in trouble. Okay, again, if the filming at the start of this was messed up, if this sound at the start of this was a bit messed up, I do apologise, but like I said, it was just me moaning about work. You got to see the good stuff then, so I will hopefully log back in tomorrow morning. So, see you later. Bye. Good morning, everybody. It is Friday, the 17th. Hang on. Yes, always forget to check. 17th of December. And I am working from home today. Myself and the other person who works there on my level went into our office yesterday, and we have our own office. And on the main floor, a couple of people had come down with the Rona. So, I mean, we've all been testing every day for like the last 4 or 5 days. And, you know, they're all negative and that. But, you know, a couple of people who had had some positive ones. So me and Guy just kind of like walked in the office. And half an hour later, like, yeah, right, okay, that's us now. We're going now. We're not staying in this plague pit anymore. So yes, I have now officially finished working in the office until, well, I'm due to work in between Christmas and New Year, but whether or not I go in the office, I am not sure. So I might pop in for one of the days, but I've got tons I need to do. So yeah, but anyway, I've just got some stuff I need to finalise today, and then that is me done. So then it's going to be lots and lots of stitching, hopefully. But I've got to say, I am feeling a little today. I think it's because I've just not been sleeping. No, reason, you know, oh, my arm's been hurting, and that sometimes woke me up, but it's just one of those things where sometimes you just don't sleep brilliant. So anyway, yeah, I'm glad I'm not going in the office today, and I'm looking suitably pale and wan, so, you know. I'm going to my parents tomorrow, so that'll be nice. But before I go to my parents, I have to go to the tip, which will not be nice. But yeah, I'm not staying too long at my parents', so when I finish there, I'll be coming home and I will be stitching. So anyway, but yeah, so that'll be nice tomorrow. But for now, let me show you what I did yesterday. So again, I've worked on the two things. I have worked on my All Souls and I worked on Frost because I am loving Frost. So let's do All Souls first of all. Again, I'll have just shown you in the last clip what this will look like, so I won't insult you by showing you again, but this is what it is currently looking at. So as you know, I'm working across the bottom to finish all the little motifs, and I have now finished them. So everything is done from about this motif across, other than I've just got to do a little bit more of this border to catch up. But that, a little bit closer for you, that is that. So once again, this is Sea Witch by Chromatic Alchemy, 28 count, using Mrs. Sadas silk, 2/2, and it's Peacock is the name of the silk. Love, love, love it. And even when I finish this, I still have quite a lot left over, so I'll be able to do another monochrome piece using this. So Pilgrim there is also one that I use this Peacock on. Sorry, that's just my test actually, so I won't be a second. I keep forgetting that I do that. So, we are all in the clear. Hey. Right, so that was All Souls. So again, I'm going to do a little bit on that today. Although, potentially, maybe Sunday when I get back from my parents, I may try and do a couple of hours on that, just to get it moving along. And then Frost, again, I've literally a couple of minutes ago showed you the picture in the previous clip, so this is it now. So yesterday I finished off this centre colour, a lot of stitches in that, and I started it. Well, I think actually I finished this colour now, so it's this colour again, and then that's the pumpkin done. But I am actually going to show you the picture now, because I'll show you what my quandary is what to do next on it. Okay, yes, I do have a picture. Please don't play this game again. We went through this yesterday, but no, I do have it here. I don't know whether or not to go into the hat or to that base. Yeah, don't know. But whichever, that's what I'm working on next. And I was thinking I might do the face and the eyes instead of the étoile that I mentioned in an earlier clip. I'm thinking potentially to do it with black sulky. The reason being is I did it on autumn here for like the main black things there. Ooh, sorry. And I like the way it popped. So I do it actually 2 strands of sulky to get it really nice and thick. But I'll have to see what it looks like. I might just do a little test, you know, just do a couple of stitches and see how it goes. But yeah, I might do it that way. Probably won't have done that for tomorrow, because I'm going to try and finish off the entire pumpkin. But once the pumpkin, the pumpkin itself is done, and before I move on to something else, I'll do the face. But anyway, yeah, I'm loving this, and I'm actually really liking how my stitches are turning out. But no, that's really good. So this is 28 count, just Wygart. It's a grey blue or grey green. No, grey blue. Come on, Catherine, wake up. Yeah, so Did a tiny little bit more knitting, but it's not even worth showing. And I think this is just going to be a little wee one. Oh no, I'm going to remember to open the present. But that's it for the stitching and plans tonight. As I said, probably this and this again, which I know may be a little bit boring. Sorry. But I do plan to do something different. No. This might be a boring week. Yeah, because there's no Cryptic being dropped tonight. Boo. Well, not boo, just sad. So, do you know what? I might actually, tonight, because I'd like a little bit of something different, I might throw in winter and see if I can finish off that, what letter was it? I think it was R. Yeah, it was the R. See if I can finish off the R at the end. But you will see pretty much as soon as I've opened that present, because the next clip will appear. For me, that's going to be on my mind all day, trying to decide what to do, because, yeah. The next present, however, let us... Number 17 are Patchwork Rabbit tiny little presents, or well, I'm calling it that. It's the advent calendar. Ooh, this is another lovely thread. This is another Gentle Art baked clay. You know, that would have been good for one of the colours in the pumpkin. There you go. Now, this light, I know, again, this light is not brilliant in this room. It's just a big LED light above, and it casts, it's not a white one, it casts a kind of like creamy glow and everything, which is fine for normal things. But I do actually have another light that when I've got 5 minutes to spare, I'll set up here. But I need to, but the reason I've not done it yet is because this is now, okay, let's slow down. I'm sorry, it's barely 8:30 at the moment, so I'm yeah. So there's the whole thing about when you're using another light and you're wearing glasses and you've got to position it so you know it's still shining down where it needs to, but it's not in your glasses, and you don't have that weird thing that when you're then watching somebody's video where they've got that weird thing is that you can't stop staring at it. So it will just take me a minute to like position things and blah 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 blah, and because I'm basically very lazy, and also it took me a while to decide whether or not this was going to be my permanent place where I was going to film stuff. Yeah, I just enjoyed doing that then. I don't know why that was required. I have hesitated in trying to figure that all out, and to be honest, the setup is this. I'm sat in front of my kitchen on my kitchen table, and so it is going down that way, the kitchen table. So I'm sat at one of the ends, and I've got a tripod perched in the centre of the table with my phone on the tripod. So the tripod is like pushed a little bit back and the arm is coming over. So that would mean if I do use a light, that the light would also have to go on the table. So it's the, while I'm doing these daily ones, it was the whole thing of like, well, then do I just leave them on the table, or put it down and put it on, put it on? So anyway, I don't know why I need to go into that, but yeah, so that's a bit of reality for you. Hope you enjoyed it. But the crux of all that is the light's a bit shitty for showing some of the colours of the threads, because I know one of the ones I showed you yesterday, which was this gorgeous this barrel cactus, when I actually looked at it in proper daylight, it was actually an absolutely, you know, it was a much nicer colour than the one that you're seeing there. So even I was fooled by it under this light, but then when I got to see it properly in daylight, it was like, oh wow, that's actually a really lovely colour. So yeah. Anyway, I'm gonna oh sorry, cat's in front of me here, just did a massive yawn. That's how interested she was in what I'm just saying now. I'm gonna leave it there. I am going to get some toast, then I'm going to head upstairs and do the work I need to do, and then the quicker I get that done, the quicker I can finish and the quicker I can start sewing. So yeah, I apologise for the ghost-like look, but I haven't got an inch of makeup on, or literally it was cold water, hair tied back, and that is it for today. And this is still showing as clear, so yay! I'll just have to do one tomorrow morning before I go to my parents, just to be doubly sure. And then just keep doing them throughout the week next week before I stay over at my parents around Christmas. Yes, so I will speak to you later. Bye. Hello everyone. Well, for you, this will have been a instantaneous, smooth as ice, incredibly slick transition from the previous clip to this clip. For me, it has been quite a few days. Today is Wednesday the 22nd of December, and my last one was done on the, I think, the 16th. So yeah, there's been a few days, and some of you may have noticed by the time this comes up that I didn't actually post anything at the weekend. There have been several reasons for this. One being that Thursday and Friday work basically once again re-exploded, or further exploded from the explosion that had happened earlier last week. So yeah, I had absolutely no bandwidth to be able to do anything, and in fact I think there was a day or so where there was no stitching, which, yes, I know, heresy, no stitching occurred. Oh, and by the way, if you see little ringy type things in my glasses, I do apologise. There you go. I'm trying to do something about the atrocious lighting in here, because yeah, daylight is just barely happening. So I've got a light that I use for my stitching in front of me, so I'm just trying to avoid the old glare in the old glasses thing, but hopefully this should make the light a tinsy little bit better. But anyway, yeah, so last week, Thursday, Friday, work atrocious. No, I'm not going to say atrocious, I just mean that there was tons of stuff that needed to be done, decisions made. Again, I was sat in front of spreadsheets and blah blah, so it's nothing like I'd done, or that, you know, I mean, it was stressful, but not stressful in a case of, oh my god, I've done this and blah blah. So just normal life for most people at work, but it basically meant that work completely overtook any form of life. Oh, and here's my cat. Let's see if I can tempt her over. I have some treats. Sasha! Oh no, I've got another cat that's come over. Nope. I should not have made that noise. Now I've got all of them thinking that there's going to be a treat. Oh, here she comes. Here she comes. Sasha! 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 Come here! Come here! No, she's hip to the fact that I'm wanting something from her, so I'll just give it. Oh, and there's Amy. Oh, here she comes! Here she comes! Here she comes! Sasha! Yeah, I know this is riveting viewing, I do apologise. I shouldn't have done that. Now I've got another cat coming over. Well, here's Sasha. Come here! Oh, there's Sasha. Now this one is causing me trouble because this is another thing I've been slightly stressing out. Oh, and here's Amy. She has been over grooming. I don't know if you can see it there. Sorry, there you go, sweetheart. Yeah, she didn't like that. She has been over grooming again. It seems to come and go in waves. She'll groom and she'll stop and it'll grow back for as much as it can, and then she'll just start grooming again. So yeah, it seems to start in a little spot on her paw where a couple of years ago she had a really bad cut, and like really bad, she needed an operation. It went all the way up. She's trying to get some treats there. There you go, sweetheart. And when it all healed, which it healed really nicely, but in the part where the wound has been the deepest, the fur grew back white and a little patchy. So that seems to have been the kind of start-off point for all the over-grooming. And since that's not going away, I don't know, it must bother her, and she'll, yeah, have another treat since I treated you so cruelly. There you go. There you go. So anywho, she's been doing that again. So I'm now again trying to think, do I need to take her to the vets, or do I just let her be? There you go. And give her lots of hugs and treats. Or maybe this is like one of those things where she knows that if she does that, she'll get lots of hugs and treats. So she just, well, let's move on. So work Thursday, Friday, and then over the weekend, I started to feel like hell. Now, this wasn't COVID related, it was other things related, but I basically felt and looked and mood wise and everything else absolutely god awful, and really only started to feel human again yesterday, Monday night, Tuesday morning. So yesterday I decided to treat myself and I went to Create Nostalgia. Well, to be honest, one of my local LNSs, even though it is about an hour away, and do a bit of shopping. So I'll go into that in a bit. But yeah, so sorry, I've got the cat here. I'm just giving her, I don't want to stress her out by picking her up, but she is about to knock things over. God. But what did happen is I did, in the days that, like, when work wasn't intruding, I did do quite a bit of stitching. And I have a finish, a fairly amazing finish. Will you get away from that? Sorry, she's just disrupting everything, and it's my own fault. I shouldn't have brought treats out. Let me throw them over there so she's out of the way. There you go. Go out of the way. There we go. Yeah, disorganised mess. My hair is just like, I've given up on it. It's now going to just do what it does, and to be honest, it's much better than it was over the weekend, because over the weekend, again, you could have fried chips in it. But yeah. Do you know what? This is completely disorganised, but I'm not going to start it again because this is life at the moment. Let's get on to the finish. Yes, so my All Souls Vierlanden. I needed something that was not complicated, that didn't have lots of colour changes, that I could just sit there and stitch on. So that is what I did. And I finished it, and I not only finished it, but I fully finished it. So here we go. All Souls Vierlanden. I have done as a hanging, a much simplified version of a hanging. I just move that back a bit. I just got some backing fabric, ignore the top, just some backing fabric, tucked it over at the top because there was luckily plenty of room at the top here to do that. Stuck a little pole in, painted it purple, got some purple thread there to hang it. And there you go. Yes, I know, sweetheart, I'm very impressed with this as well. I can tell you now that those letters at the top took ages to do. There is a lot of stitching in each of them, and I did not necessarily have fun doing them, but I think the end result is stunning, entirely made by, and when I say stunning, I mean it's stunning because of the fabric, which is Sea Witch by Chromatic Alchemy, and the gorgeous thread, which is Peacock by Mrs. Sadas. That's silk, and yeah, just love it. So this is going to go up on my stitchy wall here. I'll sort that out later. Now my arm's aching. So that was my finish, and I have a nearly finish, which possibly the clip tomorrow, which will occur very quickly for you, it might be an actual finish. Oh, what's that there? One of my cats has stood on this. Sorry, I'm just trying to have one of my cats has actually stood on this. Oh no, covered it up. So, Winter by Cricket Collection. You're getting real life here. You truly are. I've got a cat in front of me here. So there's Winter by Cricket Collection. I had done the NTE, most of the R, but I hadn't done the sled on the R, and I hadn't done any of the W and I. So it's in the Q-snap at the moment, so I'm not going to take it out. If I finish it tonight, I'll take it out tomorrow for you, obviously. But I finished the R, did the sled and everything. I just got to do some the back stitching. But I have started on the W and the I. I still have to do all the embellishment that comes out the I and everything that goes around the W, but I've done the bulk of the stitching. So yeah, so it's now all looking fetty stuff, but you know, I don't mind that. I can just sit and work on that today. So I am loving that. This is on a 28 count Zweigart. And I also went to Abercarn's yesterday after I'd been to Create Nostalgia and got some lovely blue fabric to use as a backing on this, so I can do it in a similar manner to my other ones that I've got up there. So there's winter. So those are the two things that I've stitched on. You are going to have to get out of the way, sweetheart, because you're driving me insane. She's like this when I'm on the phone. When she hears me talking, she sees it as her cue to come over and get some attention. Right, come on, shift your bum. Come on, come on, come on, come on. Nope, she's not going to shift her bum. Okay, let me pop that down there. So, I did also do some knitting. I've just got back into knitting. And I did. So this is my Mentalist shawl. At some point, I'll find a picture of this. Oh no, I can do it now. I've got my iPad in front of me. Oh my god, this cat is driving me insane. Move! Oh, nope, she's not going to move. Let me find a picture for you. This is just going to be a total mess, this clip, but I don't care. And I think you should be used to it. Okay, where am I looking? Oh, cat! Cat. Okay, so patterns, knit. Got them all saved on my Google Drive. Where is it? There it is. So, let me just wait. There you go. So that is what it will look like. So I'm currently working on one of these front panels and I have almost finished it. So here we go. Oh. Yeah, never mind. I'm on to the last colour fade now. So there we go. So I'm finally at, rather fittingly, it's called Peacock. This is can't remember the name of the wool. Fibre Spates Luma something or other. But anyway, there we go. So this is the last, so it fades, as you can see from this one. The colours merging together, and then you do a number of rows in the bulk colour, and that is what I'm up to here. So the colours are merging in with each other, and then it'll probably be about there, and then this panel will be finished, and then I have to start it all over again. Yay! But I'm back into it now, so that's fine. I went through a couple of weeks where I'd kind of like, I think it was when I was doing the Christmas presents for my two nieces, I kind of fell out. Oh, and on news, I'm going round to my sister's house tonight to give the other one to my other niece, so yes. This is the last colour I'm doing. So this is Peacock. This goes from blue to purple and it is lovely. So hopefully I'll have a little bit more of that to show you tomorrow. That goes in my fruit bag. Literally, I got a ton of these from Tesco's there, you know, because they're trying to phase you out from using plastic bags for putting like your potatoes and carrots and whatnot in. I got a load of these mesh ones and they're just perfect for putting knitting stuff in. So there we go. So there is my knitting. Right, purchases. So, as I said, oh, my cat has knackered all my stuff, never mind. As I said, I was feeling a little bit crappy. So, unfortunately that translated to me buying stuff. And I bought, oh God, what's the name? What's she called now? I can't check my phone because my phone is up there. I have bought bags from her before. I will put her in the description. But these are two stunning whip bags, which I know I said I wasn't going to get anymore. But I just love her bags, and I just happened to go on Etsy and look at them. I think it's Not Enough Bags or Not Enough, whatever. It'll be in the description below. But I love her stuff. And I saw this one, and it's not immediately one I would go for, but I just loved the colour of it. And then when I got it, I loved it even more because the gold, I don't know if it's picking up that much in this light, but the gold that goes all the way around the flowers, this here actually sparkles. It's like gold leaf and it's gorgeous. And there's the little thing for the zipper. And the inside is this gorgeous goldy yellow. So that was one. Love it. Absolutely love it. Like I said, I wouldn't normally go for this, but I saw it and I was like, yeah, I need to. Gorgeous. And then the other one I got was this lovely one. There we go. With a nice little thing on the zip. And the inside is, oh, no, you can't see that. There you go. There's the inside. Oh, that is like a, hang on. Yeah, just realised that is the blue version of the fabric I've used to back my thing. No wonder I like it. So, those are my two new whip bags. Love them. Cannot guarantee that I won't buy more from her because, like I say, I do really love them. So, yeah, so those were the first of my purchases. And then I decided that I'm going to try crochet because the thing I'm knitting is going to take ages to do. And I have a ton of this fibre space. Now this is, oh God, I think in America it's called fingering, but I can't remember, is it 4-ply or whatever over here? But I've also got a lot of DK from a previous project I did. So Shandy, the person who I got the Mentalist pattern from, she's got tons of crochet things as well. And they're called, hang on. Let me give you their name. So Expression Fibre Art, whom I love. She gives away a lot of free patterns and things like that. She's got some crochet things as well. So I thought I would do some crocheting. So I bought this pack of crochet hooks from Amazon. So that's, and then like I said, I then went to Create Nostalgia yesterday. Sally wasn't there. Sally is lovely, but the amazing owner Mary was. Absolutely lovely woman, and I'd primarily gone there because I'd ordered the AuryTM pattern, this one, and I'm going to get at some point the Frankenstein version, but I ordered this and some more buttons for, so this is my dog lovers pattern. I obviously used all the ones that I had to put on the gifts for my nieces, but what I thought I would do at the end of the year is I'd give away the pattern, so I got a pack of these so it can go in with it. So I'd primarily got these, so I went to, and she would have quite happily posted these, but I was like, do you know what, this is an excuse for a visit. So I went down yesterday, and although it wasn't actually an official opening day, because she was going to be in the shop, she very, very kindly let me come down to pick that up. So Mary, thank you very, very much. And while I was there, I picked up some other patterns because it would have been rude not to. So the first one is another Puntini, and this is Happy Halloween. I just thought it was really, really cute. She's got, they've got quite a lot of these in. They got some new Puntini ones in stock, so if you do like them, do have a look on their website for that. I also got some Bent Creek, of the Rose. So I got Spooky Row, which I've been looking at buying for ages, and then obviously it was in the shop, so and of course I was going to get this Kitty Row. There we go. And then this one. Now I do have another one from Rosewood Manor, but I'd not seen this one, and the second I saw it I was like, ooh, me likey. So this is, it's called Owlsmoor Cottage. It just was one of those that it was like, Catherine, you want to buy me? And I said, yes, I want to buy you. So I bought it. So there we go. So that's Owlsmoor Cottage from Rosewood Manor. So let's have a look. What's the threads like on there? Not too bad actually. So what I will do with my paper patterns is I scan these. I've got a little home printer that allows you to scan, and as well as your printing and whatever. So I scan it, I then save it onto my drive, my Google Drive, and then I upload that onto GoodNotes. So this stays pristine. So I've got patterns now that I've bought like this that are absolutely pristine because I do everything on GoodNotes. So that's one of the patterns. Another one was a drawn thread, and it's the kitchen garden. Absolutely love it because it's drawn thread, obviously. There you go. And yeah, that's it for the patterns. Did not buy a Cricket Collection one because I've pretty much got all the Cricket Collection ones I could ever want to stitch. There were some ornament ones, Halloween ornament ones, that I was incredibly tempted, but then I'm thinking, well, where would I put them? I don't hang anything off anything, you know, like ornament wise. So, and I love those people who do like have trees for Halloween and things like that, and they hang Halloween ornaments on, but I don't do trees, and I can get away with hanging things like this. For some reason, the cats, even though they can actually access that, the cats do not touch it, because I think underneath everything, they do have a form of self-preservation that I think they've realised that if they do go anywhere near that, they would be murdered. Well, maybe not murdered, but they're, you know, well, no, I don't know what I'd do to them, to be quite honest with them, because I'm too much of a big softie, but the thought would be there. I would think about it. But anyway, they don't touch this, but if it's something small, then that's it. It's fair game. So I thought, no, I'll see in a couple of years' time if I still want to do it, because by then I might have, you know, worked through a few of the Cricket Collection ones I've got. But no, so I managed to hold off on getting that. I did buy some 40 count. Mary has got some 40 count fabric that's just come in actually. So I'm thinking for some of my larger ones, like my Stacey Nash ones, and the Wicked Christmas one that I've got, I'm going to start doing them on 40 count so they're not ginormous. And I also got these pins. These are Puntini pins that I thought I would put on some of my Cricket Collection things. So yeah, so that was my haul from yesterday, and that just made me happy. So I've woken up today to some emails from work that almost took a bit of the shine out of my happiness, but did not quite manage to. So I've dealt with them, and I was actually supposed to have been finished with work on Friday, but you know that never quite happens. But now officially I'm like, that's it. I am not going to check my work emails anymore. I have switched off the notification on my phone, because they're rather stupidly, I agreed to let them set them up on my my phone. So I used to get a notification when an email came through, but that basically meant that every minute or so there'd be a bloody notification coming through. So I have now switched that off. So I am going to just forget about work now until next Wednesday, which is a joy to say. Yay! I don't have to think about work till next Wednesday. But yeah, it didn't quite take the shine off my happiness. But the other thing that has made me happy is the fact that I now have, I think, 6. Is it 6? I think I have 6 of these envelopes to open. Because I've not been opening them while I've not been filming. Oh, no. No. I have waited until I could open them with you. So now let's go through them. So this is number 17. Oh, no, I did 17. Hang on a minute. The last day I filmed must have been the 17th, because 17th is open. Oh, I don't know. I think we've all realised right now that the Catherine of today is a very different Catherine from last week. Yeah, so the 18th I'm opening now. And it is, oh, a Vierlanden. Ooh, that's fancy. This is, oh, it's silk. I've never actually got a Vierlanden. There you go. Ah. I've never actually had a pattern. Well, if the pattern did call for it, it always gave you another choice, so I went for the other choice. But there we go, I'll have to try that and see what that's like. So that's a Vierlanden. And then for number 19, oh great, oh, the cat's just used the sodding cat litter. Oh yeah, that was something else that almost took the shine off my happiness this morning, the fact that I had to do the wonderful cat litter job, my big weekly clean out and scrub of the cat litter trays. But what that does mean is I don't have to do that big clean out until next week, so I don't have to do it over Christmas. Sorry, yes, so the next one is a, oh, I like this. This is Sugar Plum from Weeks Dye Works. There we go. Then in 20. Oh, and I've been so good as well, I've not looked at, because I know Jess Marie does stuff and Mama Loves You GB, we're doing these ones, and I managed to avoid, oh, mini hoop. Oh, these are cute, mini hoop and mini embroidery hoop frames. There we go. Don't know what I'll use them for, but cute. Or maybe there's something later on that is connected to this, but anyway, so there we go. Then for 21, we have, oh, some cute buttons. Oh, these can go on, these can perhaps go on winter. So there we go, Santa and what looks like a, could it be a pudding of some sort? They're very cute. They're either just another button co or Puntini buttons, one or the, I think it might be Puntini to be honest. Anyway, there we go. Oh, hang on a mo. Didn't I get some? Ah, I have. I forgot we'd already got these Puntini pins. Ah, very nice. Okay, and finally we have 22. Aha, we've got some classic Colourworks, and it is Perfect Pie Crust. There we go. That's actually quite true to life, that colour. Move my glasses down so the old thing isn't showing up. There we go. Yeah, I think this has done well for the light. So there we go. Those are all the tiny little presents opened. So I think, was there anything else? My finish. Winter knitting, presents, this. No, I think that's it. If there is anything missed, it'll appear for you in the next however long it takes to transition from this one to the next one. But for me, I will see you tomorrow morning. My plan is to just finish this out now to the last of the little presents, which is the 24th, obviously, and then do that, splice all of these together, upload them on the 24th, then go to my parents, and then before the end of the year do a wrap up for the year, which will probably include a finish and whip parade and a rundown of my plans that I'm sure, some that I really do have great intentions to keep to, and others that I'm sure I would love to keep to but will probably not be kept to, because I know myself, know thyself, and I have learned to know thyself, and that is that sometimes when it comes to these sort of plans, they end up, not being kept to. But anyway, I will keep to the plan of filming tomorrow and filming on the 24th, bar some other localised emergency. But But yeah, I will leave it there for now, and yeah, see you soon. Bye. Hi everyone, it is December the 23rd. Okay, so a bit of a confession. This is the second time I'm attempting to record this, so I have actually already opened the present because I did the recording, got all the way through to the end, opened the present like I normally do, and realised that the sound was off. And yeah, so there was no sound on it. So I'm having to redo this. So I'm going to start with the present because it has already been opened. So number 23, and it is this limited edition Gentle Arts. So there you go. So there is just one more day of the tiny little presents to go tomorrow. So open this tomorrow, and then I will upload this absolute mess of a final instalment that has been cursed since well, over a week ago now. So yeah, sorry about that. Yeah, I had all these amazing plans at the beginning of the month that I was going to do this religiously, and you know, it was going to be fun for everybody. Well, fun for me anyway. I don't know about for you guys, but yeah, not really worked. But you know, it's still been good for me because it's kept me accountable. It's meant that I've you know, kept up with things, because I think that is also one of the reasons why I started doing these videos all the way back in April, because I know I have a nasty habit of picking up these hobbies and then doing them for a bit and then just like going, I can't be arsed with it now. Or, you know, things like that big long dog there and stuff like that, getting halfway through it and then be like, oh, this is too much like hard work, I can't be bothered now. And then, and I'm not talking about it staying as a whip in rotation and all of that. I'm talking about just like abandoning things left, right and centre. So this has been really good for me, keeping on top of things and progressing things and all of that. But yeah, sometimes they're just a mess, and again, sorry. But anywho, it's the 23rd. I attempted to have a lie-in this morning, but it did not happen. And I think I'm going to have to come to terms with the fact that lie-ins are no longer a thing for me. I just cannot do them anymore. When I was a kid, it was because my parents wouldn't let me have lie-ins. They believed that children were there for one reason, and that was to do all the jobs that they didn't want to do. No, that's not quite fair. No? Maybe a little bit. That's the reason for them having kids, so we could do the things that they didn't want to do. I think it's one of these things where their parents probably forced them to do a lot of things, so when they had their kids, I'm sure in the back of their minds they were like, do you know what, let's pay it forward. We had to do it so they can do it. So, you know, things like cleaning out drains, you know, as my dad said, that's why I have small hands. Just so I can do that for him. Or, you know, hands and knees scrubbing the tiles and the woodwork. That was a favourite job in summer holidays in our house. We had lots of woodwork, you know, banisters and edgings and all of that kind of stuff. And so one of my jobs in the summer holidays was to clean all the woodwork in all the house, upstairs, downstairs, all of it. I love that job. And then sometimes it was to paint it as well. So yeah. Anywho, as I was saying, no lie-ins as a kid, quite a few lie-ins at university, but then you start to work and then it's just lie-ins at the weekend. And then you have trouble having a lie-in because you've got an old crappy mattress that's absolutely killing your back, so you've got to get up in the morning. Then you realise it's the mattress and you get a new bed, have a couple more lie-ins. Sorry, get a new mattress and you're able to have a few more lie-ins. And then all of a sudden, your ability to have lie-ins vanishes. I'm not talking about having cats here, I'm just talking about the fact that now, even before my alarm goes off, I'm like, well, I'm going to have to get up now. Yeah, so I'm mourning lie-ins today. That was just something that hit me this morning when I got up at 7:30 and it was like, this is useless. So I got up, did all my chores. Thanks mum, thanks dad. And yeah, so here we go. I am now filming this for the second time and trying to desperately remember, which is why I've just waffled about lions for the past 5 minutes about what I said regarding my stitching. Oh, nah, finish. Sorry, yes. So, as per I said yesterday, I was going to try and finish winter. So, I went to my sister's last night to drop off my second niece's presents. So that's the flat fold that I'd done. But before I went, I had almost finished winter. I just had some back stitching to do. So I came home and was like, right, that's it. I'm going to do that back stitching. Then I'll go upstairs and do some knitting. Well, I did the back stitching. Then I went upstairs, but I did not go upstairs and do knitting. I went upstairs and did some finishing. So I not only finished the stitching, but I also FFO'd it. So there we go. Cricket collection winter. All done. So we've got yeah, that was what I also said. I said there's some toile in these flakes. Well, those flakes are a toile. The branches on the tree are a toile, so that's blanc, a toile, and that's a crew. Then the snowman is using DMC flush or however you pronounce it. And there you go. Absolutely love it. So there is my second FFO of the week, and I got my All Souls Vierlanden by Quiltify design up on the wall. So this will go up. I'll take down autumn and replace it with winter. So really happy with that finish. Excuse me. Do you know, I never thought I was somebody who liked pink, but I've suddenly realised that I've got a lot of pink in my house, pink in my clothes, and in this gorgeous scarf. But anyway, well, this is more peach, but you know what I mean. Yes, so that was what I did yesterday. I finished winter. So that's, yay, I now have, have I got my diary here? Yes, I have my diary here. This is my 2022 diary, but in the back I've still got some of my December stuff. So I now have active whips, 1, 2, 3. So Halloween, Hawk Run, Autumn, Lazy Bears are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I have 11 active whips. So remember, I've kind of archived a couple of them. So some of my Hades I've archived, so I've not UFO'd them, I've not got rid of them, I'm just taking them out of the active rotation for a short time because I want to concentrate on evening. I just want to do one Hade, which is evening. And there's one that I'm going to restart. But anyway, so there I've got that amount of active whips now, so it is time for a new start. So my plan today is to work on, oh god, I can't believe it. I keep thinking I've already mentioned this, which I have because I've already taped this before. It's so bloody annoying. Not that it was a masterpiece, the other version, but you know, it's still annoying having to redo it. But anyway, Frost is one of my newer starts, Cricket Collection Frost, and I'm currently up there on that. So I'll probably work on finishing this pumpkin and maybe some more on this. And then I may actually do a new start. So I have a choice of 4. There is this one, which I can never say that. Oh, let me take it out of here so there's a little less glare. It's a Hollandse Merklaps. I don't know, it's a Dutch one by Jeanette Douglas. There we go, there's the name of it. And that is gorgeous. Now I do have all the threads for this, but I've just not gathered them together, which I should have done as they came in, but I, as usual, a bit lazy and just dumped it in my stash. Another potential newbie, new start, is the drawn thread Sunnyside sampler, and this is another one where I have all the threads and the material, but I just need to dig all the threads out of my stash. The other two potential new starts are ones where I do actually have all the threads, so to be honest that'll probably swing it. And these are two Plum Street ones, Eat Crow and Buzz Off. So all four of these are going to be started in the next month or so, but I potentially will be starting one today. So I don't yet know which one. You'll probably find out in a couple of minutes. But yeah, so those are my potential new starts, and then possibly tonight I'll do a little bit more knitting as well. So yeah, I'm going to end it there because I now feel like I've been here for ages, and this was only supposed to be a little mini insert. But yeah, so I've got my two finishes that I am incredibly happy about. I hope possibly a new start. And yeah, I will see you all tomorrow. Bye. Hi. Okay, so we have made it. It is December the 24th. I am in the middle of a mad tidy up of my house, and then suddenly realised, oh crap, I need to do this. Yeah, so I'm off to my parents this evening, and when I get back I would like to come back to a nice clean house, fresh sheets, the whole shebang, so then I can spend the last 3 days of my Christmas or my a holiday break before I have to go back to work on Wednesday. So I just want to spend 3 days of chill, doing nothing, so I figured I'd get it all out of the way today. So that being said, this is the last of my clips, so I will be uploading the mess that has been the last 2 weeks later on this afternoon. So yeah, once again, it's the 24th of December. It is, ooh, it's later than I thought. It's 1:30 in the afternoon. I've been doing various things, lots of fun, and I'm just about to clean some carpets from where my cats have decided to, you know, go eat a ton of grass and then do what cats do after they've eaten a ton of grass. So yeah, but let's get on with what I stitched last night. So the plan had been that I was going to continue working on Frost, Cricket Collection Frost, and then I was potentially going to start something new. Well, yeah, didn't start anything new because I started stitching on Frost and then just did not want to stop because it is so cute. And even after I realised I'd used the wrong colour in the hat, I was like, you know what? I like it. It's staying. And yeah, just carried on going. So I have finished the pumpkin and the hat. And I mean, how adorable is that? Let me bring that a bit closer for you. It is absolutely adorable. So it's this gold colour here. That should not have been gold, that should have been a pale green. But I don't care. I actually really like that. A bit of funkiness in that hat. Matches me, I think. So there we go. This is a toile I've used on the start of these snowflakes. There's some back stitching that needs to be done. And I've used a toile, 3 strands of black toile for the face there. So, oh, cat's just found a treat. So yeah, really happy with that. So what I think I'm going to do is push through and finish this one. So it's another finish before the end of the year. Now, there you go, there's my back. There's not, the bulk of the stitching on this now is just this bit at the bottom, which, and then the lettering at the top, but the lettering isn't that bad, to be honest with you. And I reckon I can easily get this done before I go back to work, so I can still get my new starts done. Sorry, the cat's sniffing about. I can still get some new starts done before the end of the year. possibly before I do my whip parade at the end of the year. But I'd really like to get this one finished and framed, and this is, I think, something I can have out for a while it's winter. Okay, thank you, cat. And have you noticed I've got my winter up now? So I now have 2 Christmas things. I've got that and that. Oh yes, hello sweetheart. I've got two seasonal appropriate things up there. And if I get this done in the next couple of days, well, not next couple of days because I'm not actually taking this to my parents. I'm not taking all my paraphernalia with me, and the lighting at my parents' isn't brilliant, so it needs to be, I think I've said this before in previous videos, it needs to be like a 14 count Ada for me to be able to do it at my parents' house. So what I'm going to take with me is Amethyst by Carolyn Manning. I'm going to take that and work on that, and maybe a bit of knitting as well while I'm at my parents'. But no, I won't be taking this. But Boxing Day, when I get back, I might whip this one out and see how much you can do of it. Well, yeah, I just can't get over how adorable that pumpkin is, and I really like that hat. So that's what I did yesterday, is I finished off the pumpkin. So and that, oh no, and then what I also received in the post, miles quicker than I thought I would get, is my CD with all the antique sampler and needlework editions in from 1991 to 2015. And you may or may not remember, I can't remember if it's a clip in this one or my previous December video. Michelle Bendistitchy had been doing the Dutch sampler, which is from the 2005 edition of this, and I think it was the fall one, and I just love that. So I wanted to get this so I could do that at some point in the future, and also have a look through the many editions that are on here. So this came a lot quicker than expected, considering it had come from America. But yeah, I had a very brief look last night, and already I've seen a couple. So what I thought I might do is, over the next few weeks, is I might compile some of my favourites and just show you them. But no, I'm so glad I bought this. Yeah, so that was the other exciting thing that happened yesterday. And other than that, I think that's about it, other than opening up my final, oh, I'm thinking of a sneeze. Oh, I do apologise. My final tiny little present from my Patchwork Rabbit advent calendar. Let's have a look what this is. Oh, it's a little 2 little angels to hold your threads or tie on a package. Let me just get this out. Oh, now these are cute. There you go. You could actually use these as ornaments on a tree. They're very cute. Oh, there we go. There we go. You got the little hole at the top there. Very nice. So it says, sorry, let me read this out again. It's angel winders. 2 little angels to hold your threads or tie on a package. And that's clemscottdesigns.com. There we go. I might have to go on there and see what else they do, because they are absolutely gorgeous. Well then, that is it, peeps. Done all my tiny little presents. I have completely failed at doing this every single day. I'm just glad now that I said that I wouldn't be actually uploading these every day, but yeah, no, but it has been fun, and I can't believe I got 2 amazing finishes out of it. So yeah, just show them again, because you know how much I love them. and hopefully before the end of the year I'll have another finish, but then of course I'll be adding new ones, so it's not like my whip list is going to be reducing dramatically. I've got quite a few things that I'm wanting to start in the coming months, and also I have my whip go. I'm not going to go over it now, but I'll just quickly, I've got a mini version in the back of my diary there, so that's ready for when whip go starts. But what I plan on doing then is a video at the end of the year, which will be a wrap up of all of this year, show all my finishes, do my whip parade, and go through my plans for the new year. So yeah, expect that to be a long video because you know I can't do short ones. But this will be dropping tonight, so for those of you who do drop it today, who do watch it today, and for those who celebrate Christmas, I wish you all a lovely Christmas. And for everyone, I hope you are all safe and well, doing all you can, and that, you know, your family, you know, you and yours are all safe and well. And, you know, I love you all, and just, you know, whatever you're doing over the next week or so, I hope you have a lovely time. And I will see you at the end of the month.